Alberta's deficit has skyrocketed past the expectations of our perpetually inept social worker turned finance minister Joe Ceci. It was revealed that the deficit will be greater than $6.4 billion this year. That's $334 million worse than what was predicted in Rachel Notley's first budget last October. And it's only the end of June. Notley and Joe Ceci have blamed their mess, the largest provincial deficit in Canada right now, on a bad economy and low oil prices, not their own wasteful spending and overtaxing. So let's fact check them. What happens when you raise taxes on regular citizens and job creators? Does it actually increase government revenue, or does something else happen? So let's take a look at the inverse. What happens when you reduce taxes on those people? Under Stephen Harper, taxes in Canada were reduced to their lowest rate in over 50 years. And do you know what happened? The economy was stimulated, and the Conservatives left the wasteful virtue signalers in the Liberal Party a surplus of $7.5 billion that they quickly squandered fighting climate change in foreign countries. But anyways, in 1981, Ronald Reagan's Economic Recovery Tax Act was an across-the-board 25% reduction in tax rates. In 1986, Reagan's Tax Reform Act reduced rates again and took away tax loopholes. And tax revenue actually increased from $500 billion to $1 trillion by the end of the 1980s. But this only makes sense. Tax cuts usually pay for themselves, and then some, through increased economic activity. People are spending and hiring and buying, paying taxes every step along the way. And Conservatives generally believe that your money is always better spent by you than the wasteful behemoth of the government. Rachel Notley has had plenty of examples to look to find a good way to stimulate the economy without spending any extra money at all. Just let people keep their own money. But instead, what is Rachel Notley doing? She's piling taxes onto citizens and job creators. She's raising the minimum wage, which is basically a tax on hiring. She's taxing everything that moves or will move or grows in Alberta with her carbon tax. She raised corporate taxes by 20%. She belongs to the Greek school of economics. She's overspending, she's chasing away business, and she doesn't care if those oil workers are out of work or if they ever go back to work. She wants the adulation of other economic failures like Obama and Kathleen Wynne for going green. Rachel Notley's not trying to stimulate a struggling fossil fuel-based economy. She's doing her very best to kill it. Now, if Notley were a conservative or a pragmatic centrist or even an NDPer in the same vein as Roy Robineau, I would say Notley is just a terrible leader. I would say she's unable to make the hard choices that are in the best interest of her province, like shuffling that inept Joe Ceci out of the finance portfolio and making cuts. But Notley is none of those things. She's a socialist, and maybe even worse, with a Che Guevara watch and a brand new principal secretary, a de facto premier really, named Anne McGrath, who once ran for the Communist Party. Everything Notley is doing right now is by design. Everything she is doing is according to her plan, and she's not even trying to hide it. Big government is her answer, not the problem. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.